I've been wanting / needing a truck for a few months now, and now that I'm home and I have a few days before my next trip, I want to make some sort of decision and move along in the truck buying process. My criteria is very simple. I want to be able to tow 2 cars, probably in an enclosed trailer. I want to be able to go far, and being able to tow that much load points to a diesel, of course. However, I still want to be able to drive it around town to be able to move things like crazy carts or skate park ramps or bicycle stuff. So that to me points more towards like a 2500 versus a 3500 or a dually, which is probably a little bit overkill and not like the most fun to drive around town. I'm almost certain I want a new truck, either new or like new last year's model still on the lot. Just, I want to be able to drive it across the country without having to worry about like messed up stuff from the last owner. And this is what, like, the first time I've been in a position where I can financially buy something new versus having to get it used to save some money. So I want to do it just for the peace of mind, if anything, and the new trucks are cool, so hey. I came to class prepared with a printout of all the potential options. We have a Nissan Titan with the Cummins diesel engine. We have a Dodge Cummins diesel pickup truck. We have a Ford diesel pickup truck. And we have a Chevy diesel pickup truck. The Nissan's sweet, but I don't need another Nissan. We already have 2 240s, and I think if I wanted something with a Cummins, I would probably just get a Dodge. I'm sure it's a great truck, but I think it's ugly, and I just don't want it. Bye-bye. I've actually been a Dodge person my whole life. My dad has had Dodge trucks, and they've treated us amazingly. However, I think that their new trucks are very ugly. They look old, they don't look new at all, and I just don't like them either. So no Dodge. I feel like I'm making a lot of people angry with this, but I guess you guys just have to understand this is my taste, and I personally don't like how these trucks look. So that leaves us with Ford and Chevy. Now, Chevy, my mom has had Chevy trucks in her lifetime. My whole mom's side of the family has been kind of like a GM family. And I'm not gonna lie, GM has typically had terrible customer service, and I haven't been really happy with a lot of like the transmission defects and terrible stuff that's happened. But my friend Aaron said their trucks have gotten better and to just drive them. So I'm gonna go today and I'm gonna drive Chevys and I'm gonna drive Fords, probably a 2500 and an F250. I think the Chevy looks way better than the Ford, but I think the Ford in my head at least has better customer service and better reliability. I don't know because I don't have experience with either. In the end of the day, it is more of a work truck than a pretty boy truck. I'm not just doing this to like look cool driving around in a truck. I want to be able to tow cars. So there is a point where I have to value function over form. So let's go drive them. I've already actually been to a Ford dealership quite a few times, so today we are gonna start with the Chevy dealer. I've never really looked at their trucks in person. All right, Chevy's already off to a bad start considering pretty much all of them have like terrible reviews that are close by. So we'll give this one a shot. Nicole, what time is it?
Tunnel time.
Ready? So fun. So they've got a few different options for us. I think I want to test drive a long bed and a short bed because I know the long bed's better for towing, but it might be kind of inconvenient driving around town. The hood scoop definitely looks cool, and I like the idea that I can remove the T from the badge and make it say LZ. Definitely a selling point for me. How do you feel about Chevys versus Ford at the moment?
Well, my mom drives a Chevy and my brother drives a Ford, and I think my brother has...
And your dad drives a Dodge.
It's true. I think my brother has the best taste and style.
His truck is really nice. He has an F-150 though. The F-150s are really good looking. F-250s just look kind of weird to me. This red is kind of cool. I feel like this would make a good truck for you, Nicole. It's such a mean looking truck. Kind of like a Mustang. It just wants to run people over.
I just want to sleep in the bed and look up at the stars.
So I guess this is the one that we're gonna test drive. All right, so first impressions, everything feels nice, soft leather.
Are you familiar?
Looks like it has an exhaust brake, hill control. This is maybe like a parking thing, maybe a bed light, traction control, pedal position, 2 USB, 2 cigarette lighters, a power plug, 2 cup holders here, 2 more cup holders here.
One more down there.
Solid. What's in here? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was like
the pit of death, and 2 more USBs and an aux. Another cigarette lighter. No idea what this stuff is, but it looks like it has to do with towing something. Maybe you adjust like the weight. Obviously that's like where you switch between 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. I'm pretty clueless about trucks, so I'm hoping this guy will explain a little bit about the towing stuff, because that's what's important to me. I know the Ford and the Chevys both come with like a lot of cool like gadgets for towing, like trailer cams and stuff, so interested to hear more about those. This is weird, man. I haven't driven a truck in ages. Cool. Okay. So I don't even know how you're supposed to test drive a truck. Do we like go off-roading or something?
Nah.
So what do? We just drive it around?
Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna go on a drive and you know.
Oh, I guess the tires are so big you don't have to worry about curbing the wheels, huh?
No, you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good thing, Nicole, if you drive this.
Excuse you.
No, I don't mean that in a negative way. It's so long. It's definitely a little bit stiffer than I'm used to with trucks, but I think that's because it's the 2500.
Don't you like stiffness?
I mean, when you're towing, you need it to be stiff.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna have a big load. Like my mom had an Avalanche, which is like a girl truck compared to this.
Oh yeah. But the Avalanche is also a good truck.
So we're gonna go fill this up with gas, right?
Yes.
I can hear these dirt tires.
Yeah, that's why I said you're gonna hear them a little. Yeah.
All right, we gotta.
No, she. Okay.
I think we have the right away. We had a green light.
I mean,
What?
I don't know.
What is she doing?
I don't know. She clearly doesn't realize that I have the bigger truck. Feels so powerful.
I know. I feel like we could just run people over.
All our cars are like an inch off the ground.
Imagine me and my Miata ahead of you. You're not even gonna see me.
Yeah.
This might be a stupid question, but I know a lot of cars nowadays, they have like different variations you could switch with the steering. Is that the same thing with trucks? Like you can make it feel a little bit stiffer?
No, not on this one here.
So is the steering electronic or is it hydraulic? Do you know?
This one is on this truck here. I would have to double check it.
Gotcha.
Because on the 17 models, I don't know if they changed to make a right turn into here.
Into here?
Yes, sir. They learn and turning ratio and everything.
Dude, you gotta reverse.
Oh boy. Gonna make a 3-point turn to get in the gas pump. I don't think we're gonna make it, are we?
No. You gotta drive this thing now. If I gotta tell you how to drive it,
Hey,
it might be too big.
It's true. I mean, I'm just not used to it, you know? You gotta tell me all the fancy doodads this thing has for towing, too, because that's the main reason we're getting this thing.
Well, what I'm gonna have to do when it comes down to the specifics of towing and everything, as soon as we get finished here, make a right turn.
Because like there's like cameras and stuff, I know.
Yeah, I'll go on the computer and I'll pull all that up and we'll go over it because you can go right.
Should I put this in 2-wheel drive or should I have it in 4?
No, it should be in 2-wheel drive.
It's in 4.
Wait, whoa.
Now it's in 2. It was on the 4 knob because I could feel it going around the corner. It was like grabbing. Are we going right or left?
Go to your right.
Yeah, it was in 4-wheel drive because I noticed I was going around the corners and it felt like it had a welded diff
Yeah,
or
you
something.
can feel it. If it's in 4-wheel drive, you can definitely feel it.
Oh yeah. Would this truck even be able to make a Yui here? I don't think it would it?
Probably not, unless you go out in the middle of the road. I mean, it's just the turning ratio on these things.
Yeah. You always do some like modified knuckles to get some more angle, right?
About all that. When you're going with all that, you know more than I do.
No, we do that on our drift cars. I don't know if you'd want to do that on a truck. Probably wouldn't be too smart, huh? I think he was yelling because he likes our truck.
I don't know, you're just crazy, but...
The transmission does shift really nicely, I'll give it that.
Yeah, it's a 6-speed automatic transmission on these things.
But it doesn't feel, you know how like some automatic transmissions feel like sloshy?
Right.
It feels pretty direct.
You can make a left here.
Do these come in manual?
I don't know
I'm
if
sure
they do
that's
anymore.
something you would have to order, modify.
I don't want to.
I mean, I run the store. I'm the new car manager, so I want to know.
Yeah, I guess you just give them a hard time about letting us drive the cars and stuff.
Okay.
They like kind of sat down with us and started just vibing us kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I mean, I'll take care if you want to buy a truck from me.
No, I appreciate it. And just so you know, too, Charles, the guy that was helping, great guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's helping us out, and I think he thought that our sale was going to go to Joey.
Okay.
And he still helped us out like we were going to buy a truck for him. So make sure.
Ready, man, just let us know.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man.
I'm the new car manager.
Yeah, much appreciated. So what happened in the Chevy dealership was kind of complicated. We drove the first truck, and then we waited inside to drive another truck that didn't have the off-road tires, just like a shorter bed too. And they just kept us waiting, and I guess like the manager or something didn't want us driving another truck and was giving the sales rep a hard time because we were like young and he thought it was like a waste of time or something. I don't know, but he like sat down and started vibing us and acting kind of weird, like asking us a bunch of questions and telling us how the other truck that we wanted to test drive was no different than the one that we drove. kind of stinks. Like, dealerships do that a lot when you're younger. You know, they don't really take you seriously. But Charles, the guy that helped us out, he was really, really nice, especially considering that he didn't think our sale was gonna go to him because Nicole's parents bought from another person, so we thought the sales was gonna go to them, but he was still really cool. So now we are gonna head to a Ford dealership and we are going to test drive an F-250 because I've never driven one before, but we'll see how it is. I will add though, the dude that was above that manager came to us afterwards and apologized to us because I think another person there watches the videos and was like, yeah, you know, that guy probably didn't treat him how he should have because obviously we can afford a truck. I'm not like saying that in a negative way.
But Sammy came over and apologized.
Yeah, but they came over and apologized. They're really cool there. Just unfortunate sometimes when you're looking at cars, you deal with some not so cool people, but it is what it is. Let's head to Ford and hopefully they treat us nicely too. I like it, man.
Thanks.
It's nice.
Am I gonna be on one of your videos?
I don't know. Do you want to be? Let's get a little burnout.
A burnout?
Yeah, just a little one. He's rad.
I'm trying to figure out.
The steering wheel does feel quite a bit tighter than the Chevy.
Like stiffer?
Yeah, like the Chevy, it just felt looser, which I don't like. I think it feels a little torquier than the Chevy too. It's funny, I'm so emotionally like uninvolved with this purchase compared to like buying a car, because I just view it as a tool.
Right.
Is it right up here? Or
Well, that'll take down that.
okay, we don't want to go there.
I do like this one that has the lumbar.
Yeah, well, I think you said the seats are gonna feel a little different than Platinum, right?
Yeah, the leather's a little softer. It's a little different leather, and they'll have the heated and cooled seats. And with those, like the door handle will fall off or something like that.
Literally the exact same thing happened to my mom because she had an Avalanche, and I'm already favored towards Ford just because we've had negative experiences with our family. But my friends kind of told me to just drive both trucks, and they do really feel so differently. To just choose whichever one you like best. But I definitely am nervous about the GM quality.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed, and I used to really not be too partial between the two, but lately it just seems like the GMs are they're lacking as far as quality goes, especially compared to the Ford.
I think I like how the interior and the exterior look better than the Ford, but quality-wise is what makes me nervous about it, which ultimately is more important.
This is a good spot to open up too. Just be mindful of that curve up there or something.
That is not opening up.
And that was floored.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Nicole.
We got 2 drinks here.
2 drinks here and 2 drinks here.
And then this turns into 4. That's really cool. And I mean, I'm sure we could squeeze one there if we had to.
Yeah, if we needed 8 drinks.
Another one on the door here.
Oh yeah, there's more in the door.
Platinums sometimes have it here instead of up
Is there
there.
any other difference?
And this is like a dark brown.
No, just the Platinum.
And they'll have air conditioned and heated seats and electric movers.
So you'll have your
But
memory.
this does get rid of
Your memory
2 of our cup holders.
Speakers.
And there's memory seats and push to start.
Originally, this is the color combo I wanted. I like the red with like the grayish color, but the one tone is starting to kind of grow on me, if that's even what you call it.
I think the one tone looks richer.
Yeah, I just feel like the 2-tone's cool, but it would get old. Like, it's different, but I don't know. Overall, I think I might like how the Chevy looks better, and I might like the interior a little bit better, but I feel like the Ford is definitely a better built truck, although the aluminum body does have a lot of people that don't like it. I personally think it just drives a little bit better. I've heard better things about Ford, and I think just the usability of it and a lot of like the towing options on it are better. It is a little more expensive, but I was already leaning towards Ford, and I feel like today kind of confirmed that. It's unfortunate because I think the Chevys look way cooler, but I guess I can always like start, you know, wrapping the grille black or something to make it look cooler. I'm sure there's like easy ways to make trucks look better. I just hate all that chrome. It looks so tacky. What did you think, Nicole? Ford versus Chevy?
Chevy had a lot of nice outlets.
I think the hardest thing...
And I liked Charles a lot, but I also like Don here.
I wish we could get 2 trucks.
Yeah, I just feel bad not going with the dealer, but in the end of the day, I would go with Ford.
We can't get too emotionally involved because I want to have this ordered before I go to the next trip. I'm probably just going to custom order a truck, and I want to get it done soon. So please help me. Let's go eat.
I have to shoot her.
You have to sneeze. Now that I'm back home, I have the urge to like be productive, since even though truck shopping was productive, I feel like I didn't really get much accomplished. So unfortunately I have bad news, and I found out that I won't have my 240 back until after my next trip. So paint is just taking a little bit longer than we anticipated, which kind of sucks because that means no more progress on the 2J swap until I leave. Other than like I can get everything all together on the actual long block, but I can't start prepping anything on the actual car itself, which kind of sucks because I was hoping that we'd be able to do stuff while I'm gone, but unfortunately that's not the case. So that does free up more of my time though to work on Nicole's car. And today I'm just gonna do like some really simple wrapping. If you see this piece right here, I actually did it on my car. You can just wrap this in black vinyl and it'll look so much nicer than this like faded smudgy thing. So I'll pop that off real quick and show you guys how easy it is to clean that up. One screw on the bottom. And then if I remember correctly, it should just kind of pop right out. Yeah, it just kind of slides down and out. Just to make sure it's really smooth and there's nothing that will get seen underneath the wrap, I'm just gonna go over it with like a little bit of a Brillo pad real quick, just to make sure it's real smooth and get all the little burrs out. I normally use the cheapest vinyl I can find. This actually is 3M 1080, which I think is actually pretty decent vinyl. I just ordered what I had good reviews on Amazon because I use really crappy stuff on my car. I usually order a lot since I have a tendency to mess up way more than I actually get things right. Starting in the middle is always best and then working your way out. Be nice if I had a little, what's it called, squeegee thing. I got one tiny speck in here. I'll see if I can get it out. Kind of like paint, 90% of it has to do with how well you prepare your material. Dirty canvas is gonna lead to a dirty wrap. So here's before and here's after. I definitely didn't do it perfectly, but for an amateur wrap job, it's such a large difference, and it's maybe like $1 or $2 in vinyl. Now that this piece is all cleaned up, it just makes this piece look even worse, which I have a new one for that's not dented that I'm gonna wrap. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that tonight though, since that's definitely a bit more of an involved process. Starting to clean up another door card now. Nicole's car is an aftermarket head unit, and only one of the speakers has been working. And I noticed that one that isn't working still has like the factory weird active speaker amplifier. Most people just bypass this. So I'm literally just gonna cut the blue and yellow and the blue and white wire. You wire it directly to the speaker and it should work. These are my new little bypassed wires. Take that, Nissan. There's one of those stupid amplifiers in the rear too, so I bypassed that. And Nicole helped me get the trim kind of all situated because before we didn't really have it all set. It was just kind of like hanging all over the place because I put these in, the previous owner didn't have them in, and they were just kind of like all hanging out. So she pulled them out, tucked them all in, and now she's cleaning. All the speakers work now, so Nicole can be bumping. Gonna change out this crusty door panel. Garbage. The little door handle thing here before was brown, and Nicole requested that I plasti dip it black, which sounded like a crazy idea, but it honestly looks really like OEM. I'm really impressed with how the finish looks. The question will just be like, how long will it last?
Good thing we can always redo it.
That's true. Dang, that looks good. It's definitely not finished, but Project Clean Up Nicole's interior on her 240 is definitely coming along well. Starting to look OEM fresh again. Once we get some new seats in this thing, it's really gonna clean up. I don't know if I want to get rid of the Mickey Mouse gauges. They're really convenient, and I feel like they're good for Nicole so she can learn to keep an eye on them better. But they definitely need at least a black ring, if nothing else, just to clean them up so they don't look as in your face. We need some input and a little bit of help on picking the color of the truck. So if you can, please help. We're deciding between the black is definitely a potential option. There's the magnetic, which is kind of like a gray. This is the color of Matt Morman's GT350. You guys probably look up better pictures online on your own. And then there's the ruby red, of course. So let us know, ruby red, magnetic, or black.
Maybe you should put a little picture on like... That's great.
Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to give me some input on truck stuff in the comments section. I appreciate all your guys' help so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.